Yeah, a little sore, sprained ankle, but I'll be good to go on Saturday.
When's the last time you had to make a tackle like that?
Montana versus Idaho last year, we had 2 tackles on kickoff. I don't have a problem hitting people. I did Taekwondo growing up. I actually kind of enjoy it, believe it or not. So, yeah.
What happened? Like, to get it? Did he just land on it wrong?
Yeah, like I kind of went down to tackle the guy and got rolled up on a little bit, but yeah, I'll be good to go Saturday.
What was it like punting through that? Like, was it your kicking punt?
Yeah, so I changed my form. I started doing a one-step punt because I had no explosiveness off my plant, and I've been working that the last couple days, and I'll be doing that on Saturday again probably, but it's really not a huge change. I work a drill called the one-step drill with my kicking coaches. We do that all the time, so it's really not that different.
What's Coach Connors kind of brought as the new special teams?
Yeah, we all love Joey. It's a great opportunity for him. He's probably one of the younger coordinators at FBS, and so he's been really close with the specialist unit because he's been with us like when Coach Busch has to go work like big team stuff in the past. So we are really close with Joey and have a special like relationship with him. But there's not too many changes as far as big scheme goes. We're kind of going to run the same stuff that we have been, and I have a lot of confidence in the guys that we've put out there because obviously we've done pretty good so far this year, and I think we'll, you might see a couple new people out there, but as far as like base stuff goes, Coach Connors kind of going to do the same thing that Coach Busch was doing.
What's he like to work with? What's his personality like? What's important?
Yeah, he's really energetic, but he's super positive. He's not going to drag you down super hard if you have a mistake. He's going to kind of positively reinforce you to do better, and I think that's a really good trait to have, especially when it comes to kicking and punting, because sometimes you'll have a miss hit and you don't want to get like too down on yourself. And I'm really appreciative for Coach Connors for keeping us up and keeping our spirits high if things don't go great.
Brody Belt described Bill Busch as the good kind of hard ass.
Okay.
From your experience working with Bill,
Yeah.
how does that apply to him?
I just think you can just tell how badly he wants to win, and it's not always going to be he'll appreciate you when you do really well too. It's not one of those things where you come to practice and you're just going to get screamed at for 2 hours and then you're going to leave. Coach Busch wants us to do so well, and the standard is super high, and we just keep raising the standard every day when we come to practice. And I think that's what Brody's talking about is that's the standard you need if you want to be good in the Big Ten, and that's a really good thing to have as a coach, is a high standard, because low standards get you beat, and Coach Busch sets a high standard and he expects us to meet that, and when we don't, he'll let you know about it, but when you do, he'll also let you know about it. So I think that's what he meant when he said the good kind of coaches, he'll really appreciate you when you do your job well.
Hey, Brian, I know you're a student of punting. Have you been able to gain appreciation yet for some punters in the Big Ten and
Yeah.
at Rutgers Iowa game the other night?
Yep.
Got some real attention for the two.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I feel really lucky to be a part of this conference. I have a lot of affinity for the Iowa punter and the punter at Michigan State. I think he is really good as well. I think a lot of times we get caught up in national statistics, but the punter at Iowa, for example, his net isn't going to be number 1 in the country this year, but you look at how many he's forced fair catches, how many he has inside the 20. He doesn't always have opportunity to hit a 60-yard punt because you have short fields and stuff. So you kind of have to dive deep into statistics to tell who's really good at punting, because some guys will get short hang time and then get a super long roll and stuff. But in the Big Ten West, all the punters are really good. And yeah, I watched that Iowa Rutgers game and it was really entertaining, if you ask me.
Do you consider it a competition when you're out there and you're punting and the other guys punting?
Yeah.
Pay attention?
I would say it's a really friendly competition, because punters and kickers, we all kind of have a close-knit group. We all train with coaches that are similar in the off-season, so we'll meet up with guys and we'll see them and talk to them throughout the off-season. And last game versus Oklahoma, I know their punter pretty well, and he's a really good guy, and obviously he has a huge leg. And so every time I step out there on the field, I kind of just hope that they do really well, because it's kind of cool to watch.
Most people, they watch football, and someone lines up to punt there, and kind of go grab a snap.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like to watch a punter on TV with a punter, people in the room with you? What is it like for you to watch those?
Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of questions being the punter. They ask me what's this, what's that, what is this a good punt, is this not? A lot of people don't understand, how important things like direction and hang time are. Someone will hit a 60-yard punt and they'll run it back 20 yards. and people will be like, oh, that was such a great punt, but really it wasn't. Like, all you want is like 46-46, 47-47, because, you know, obviously last game I had a miss hit that got run back because I didn't get good direction, didn't get good hang time, and that's on me. That's not on the coverage guys or anything, and a lot of people don't understand that. I think that watch football.
When you say you did Taekwondo,
Yeah.
like how involved was that?
7 years. I got a black belt, so I did it for a long time. We kind of did it as a family thing growing up, but my older sister was the best at it, and you got to really watch out for her. She's really good.
Where do you sense this team is at? Just Mickey Joseph talked about getting reset, so
Mhm.
a new season.
Yeah.
You've been on winning squads before. I mean, what do you feel like this team has a mentality to kind of overcome what's happened?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because so much has gone on through the first 4 weeks of the season. It kind of feels like, holy cow, the season's been going on forever, but it hasn't. We're only a third of the way through. We still have, you know, like 7, 8 games of Big Ten play, and so we're 0-1 in Big Ten play, and the top team is 1-0. And so we have all our goals out there in front of us. That's one thing Coach Joseph has been preaching. I think we have to reset, and we have this mentality of wanting to go 1-0 each game. Because one thing is you can't get too focused on the big goal, like, oh, we want to go to Indianapolis. Well, yeah, but you have to be focused on going 1-0 each week in order to get to Indianapolis. And I think that's one thing that he's done a really good job of is our focus this week is playing Indiana and beating Indiana. And whatever happens next, happens next.
I think you said that Bush is good at understanding different guys' learning styles
Mhm.
and meeting them there.
Yeah.
How would you describe your learning style and how did Bush meet you there?
Yeah, I mean, you can yell at me pretty good and get on me. I think I respond best to that is kind of a wake-up call. Because I think if, you know, coaches, quote-unquote, like soft with me, sometimes the standard might get lowered a little bit. So just keeping me accountable to the standard that is high, that's kind of how he helped me the most. And he's, you know, obviously changed that for different guys in our group. But I think, you know, with him moving to the defense, I think that'll be really good for them. And I'm really excited to see what happens on Saturday.
Coach Joseph talked about giving younger guys some looks. How much does that apply to special teams or some guys maybe that could step into bigger roles or they could be excited to see a little bit more?
Yeah, I think we've had really good depth on our punt team. I think that's one thing that I'm super blessed to have is a bunch of really good guys in front of me. As far as gunner play, I think that I'm going to leave that up to Joey in Indiana. We'll find out on Saturday. But, I mean, there's guys, and whoever's the best at their position is going to play. That's what I think Coach was meaning by that. And there's a bunch of kids who've come in and freshmen who've really put their name out there. And, I mean, they deserve to play on Saturdays, and they will.
Anything else for Brian?
You see the butt punt yesterday?
I did. That's not on the punter. It's not the punter.
All right, thank you, Brian.
All right, appreciate it.